Ladies and gentlemen, Opposite Attractions proudly presents a new great movie ride.
Welcome to Opposite Attractions, ladies and gentlemen, the show about theme park design that is technically possible. I am your host, Scottye Moore, joined as always by the manager who runs away from a fight when custodial gets there, Jim Murphy.
I was custodial. I still probably would have ran away.
Oh my god, so you told me you did not see the video of
No.
the great fight that happened. Firstly, yes, this episode's on Great Movie Ride, but fuck all that. Some buck wild things have happened this week in Disney, including just a massive brawl taking place.
Didn't they say they were all related or something too?
Yes! They were all related.
The Von Erichs go to Disneyland.
It was a family affair. I think it has something to do with, like, the baby mama didn't want to give the baby to the father of the baby to let the father take the baby around, because at one point she's screaming out about a baby, and the guy starts fighting another guy, then starts fighting the women. He's taking on all comers. It doesn't matter. He's willing to brawl with everybody.
I mean, I feel like if you cross the line to I'm gonna fight at Disneyland, you might as well, like, get into history books. You might as well go for broke and just take on all comers, because you're screwed either way.
Oh yeah. My favorite was the what's the city Disneyland's in?
Anaheim.
Anaheim police were like, well, we've heard about it, but there's no evidence. Then, like, a few minutes later, we're like, oh, we've seen the video that's literally everywhere on Twitter. So, yeah, we've got some evidence now. We've brought them into custody. It was a weird family, and no one wants to press charges, so, I don't know. We'll do something, I guess.
We're going to take away their 20% discount from the Emporium.
See, that's my thing. What the hell? I look at Disneyland versus Disney World, and Disney World is like this perfectly polished world where, like, if you step the wrong way, someone will be like, hey, no, go this way, go this. Meanwhile, Disneyland's just the Wild West of people coming out running with cannons and T-Rex costumes.
I think they're just looking for, like, crowds to come back. And so if they can have like a 5-round brawl in Toontown, if that gets the crowds in, they're going to bring the crowds in. Like, they'll bring that family back in every couple weekends.
Not even
it's like, do it again.
Not even a joke. The following day I woke up and it was like, it'd be cool to go out to Anaheim and go to Disneyland. That area looked pretty fucking cool. Oh, I remember what I wanted to talk about now. And it's the fact that the first POV video has gone up for the Jurassic World reboot of the Jurassic Park ride.
Jurassic Screens, the ride.
And Jim, let me tell you, it's the same fucking ride. It's literally the same ride. The only difference is the intro, where instead of having the epic, like, doors of Jurassic Park swing open, you instead just kind of go through a tunnel with some screens on it that show, like, a big, scary whale dinosaur. That's the difference. And then they put, what's the new dinosaur? Because they decided for Jurassic World they wanted to invent their own dinosaur.
The giant Rex thing?
Yeah.
That one?
Indominus Rex, I think is what it's called. Well, firstly, the thing right before you go up the lift hill where, like, a box falls on you, that's gone. There's just nothing there. Now Chris Pratt's there, and Chris Pratt's like, hey, what's up? We kind of fucked right now. And then when you
If only I had a bigger gun.
Yeah, and when you go up into the area that was originally kind of like a behind-the-scenes area, it kind of looked like a oh, what's the way to describe it? It kind of looked like a lab almost. That's now been turned into the T-Rex pen. So now there's like foliage and shit, like you're riding Ellen's Energy Adventure. And they just threw a few Indominus Rexes in. And I thought, oh, cool, they're gonna replace the T-Rex with the Indominus Rex, obviously. Nope! T-Rex is still there, and the Indominus Rex is kind of just staring at him like, eh. And then
no Margaritaville in the ride? That's depressing.
Yeah. And then you fall down, and then it's the same. Even the drop looks worse. Even though I know it's the same, the drop looks... Like, I don't want to be mad, because I know for people who have never ridden the original Jurassic Park, this is going to be an amazing ride. It looks like a very nice, fresh coat of paint they've put on the ride. But also, you could have just put a fresh coat of paint on the good Jurassic Park ride, and not had to put in your dumb screens, Universal.
They could have done what Disney did and just put Frozen characters in it.
Yeah, my favorite Universal thing I saw is someone posted a video, and it was an out-of-context quote from someone's video, and it was, they were standing next to a sign for Universal, and they go, Universal Studios hates itself. No, seriously, Universal Studios hates itself. So that's what happened there, and apparently... The Tomorrowland sign was stolen? What?
It wasn't stolen. It was that it is being replaced.
Oh, is this what I've seen where it looks like a weird golf ball? Like with a ring around it?
The original one looked like a weird golf ball.
Oh, okay.
Mostly. The new one looks okay. So if you use like the Disney Parks app and look at the map, there is a sign where the sign was, and it looks nothing like the old sign. It looks like what they, I guess, are going to replace it with, and it's literally just like a circle with the word Tomorrowland on it.
I hate it.
It's like how are they going to know how poorly themed everything is without a sign?
Hey! It has a theme, and the theme is purple. That's the theme.
Between taking that down and literally flattening 65% of Future World, I think we understand that Disney hates tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, is Cool Spot... No, not Cool Spot. What's it called? Cool...
It is, I think it's just called Club Cool is what it's called.
Cool Runnings.
Cool Spot, I think, was the 7-Up mascot in the...
It was, in fact, Cool Spot. Yeah, one of my favorite places to take new Disney people is going away. How am I gonna force people to drink Beverly now, Jim? How am I gonna put the nasty Italian
the World of
Coke
people? Store at Disney Springs.
No, don't make me go all the way over there.
They did not say, or they did say that it was getting flattened. They also said that the Club Cool stuff would be transported somewhere. I don't know where.
Is it bad? My argument for not going to World of Coke in Disney Springs was, yeah, but I'm just gonna walk around for a few and get drunk. And then I realized, oh wait, that's what I'm gonna do at Epcot. So really, it kind of evens out, I guess.
I hope they understand that wherever they put it needs to have rubber flooring.
Oh, yeah.
Unless they put it on top of the little water pad thing that, like, little kids play in. They can just put it right there.
Yeah. But, Jim, like I said earlier, this is a show about creating our own theme park. This season, we're making all of the oldest, worst rides better. In this episode, we're doing the Great Movie Ride. And I've got us a quiz to make sure we know enough about the Great Movie Ride that we are experienced enough to make it better. So... let's just start at the beginning. Which of these movies does not appear in the Great Movie Ride, not even in the montage at the end?
Oh, crap. Okay.
Star Wars, Tarzan, The Wizard of Oz, or Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
I want to state up front, I never rode the Great Movie Ride.
What?
I have never rode it. I think the name is stupid, but that's not why I never rode it. I just never did ride it, although I will say it's probably Chocolate Factory for this.
It's so good. It's such a good ride, though. Oh, I'm going to say Chocolate Factory as well. What does the tour guide say as the ride begins? Fasten your seatbelts, it's gonna be a bumpy night. I'm ready for my close-up. Lights, camera, action, or ready when you are, CB. Ready when you are, CB sounds right. But I don't know.
I think that is correct, but I don't know who that would be referring to.
Well, I don't know if it's giving me green and a check mark just because we got it right or because that's the one we selected, but I think we got it right. What is the first movie you see during the ride? Easter Parade, Footloose, no, Singing in the Rain, or Footlight Parade?
It is Footlight Parade.
Is that the one with the big cake full of women?
Yes.
Okay, then Footlight Parade. What song from Mary Poppins is sung during the ride? Chim Chim Cheree, Supercalifragilistic... Fuck, I can do this. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, Spoonful of Sugar, or Let's Go Fly a Kite. It's the fucking one when they're on the roof. So if you can...
I think it's Chim Chim Cheree, having not read the ride. I do think... I did a little bit of research. I did not watch any POV videos, which I probably should have done.
I'm gonna say I put in the layup and you hit the dunk on that one. What poster? What the fuck? What poster does Mickey Mouse's foot peek out from in Gangster Alley? Grapefruit for breakfast, Public Enemy, Little Caesar, or Sing Sing? No fucking clue.
Did you not know that he was hidden in the ride?
Like, hold on, like a whole Mickey? I thought hidden Mickeys.
Well, there's a hidden Mickey. His foot is in the ride behind that sign. I think it's Public Enemy, but I'm not sure. And then also, I think during the Western scene, his like silhouette is in a window.
Oh,
I think.
Okay. What is the name of the gangster who takes over the tram? Bugsy, Squints, Muggsy, or Bean? It's Bugsy or Muggsy?
It's Muggsy.
Muggsy?
According to my research. Also, apparently, if it's a girl gangster, they just call her Muggsy with an I. I don't know why they specify.
That's great. What is the name of the John Wayne movie represented? The Quiet Man, I Love Lucy. What? That's a show. Rooster Cogburn, or The Searchers? I think it's The Quiet Man, is it?
I don't know what it... I didn't write down what movie that was, but that's what I'm going to guess.
Okay, well, luckily, I've now figured out what happens if we get one wrong. It does tell us, because we got that one wrong, and it's The Searchers.
Oh.
So, how many times does the creature appear in the alien scene? And I'll take over for this one, because I know that it's 2.
Yeah,
I think 3! It was 2. Fuck! Look, we'll
give it to you anyway.
Yeah, we know. What does the gangster say in the indie scene? Beware the Eye of Mara. Snakes, why'd it have to be snakes? That's a big boulder. Or, look, there's R2-D2. I think they say the snakes, why'd it have to be snakes line.
I would assume. That's the only thing that seems to fit.
Yep. What is on the chest of Anubis? A pyramid, a map, a jewel, or a snake?
That's on you on this one.
It is a jewel. It's the greatest hits of country singer Jewel, and Muggsy just needs it. What other movie did the live host reference in the Tarzan scene? Jungle Book, George of the Jungle, The Lion King, or African Queen? No clue on this one. I've only ridden this ride like 3 times, and the last time I rode it was right before it closed.
I would say the Jungle Book.
Damn it! I knew it was this! George of the Jungle. So
does he say watch out for that tree? Is that what he says?
More than likely. Now this one you should know. Where in Walt Disney World is the other half of the plane from the Casablanca section?
In the Jingle Jangle Cruise is where it is.
Yeah, there we go, Jungle Cruise. What was the Fantasia section originally supposed to be? Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day, the tornado scene from Wizard of Oz, Twister, or Ghostbusters? Holy shit, I will go back in there
It's Wizard of Oz tornado.
Is it? Yeah,
yes.
I could see that, because it already kind of has like a tornado shape the way it looks. Which of these songs do you not hear in Wizard of Oz? Follow the Yellow Brick Road, Ding Dong, The Witch is Dead, If I Only Had a Brain, or We Welcome You to Munchkinland?
I'm going to go with the brain one.
I think so too. Yep, that's right. What is the only movie title that can be heard in the montage? Tootsie, Amadeus, Good Morning Vietnam, or The Wizard of Oz?
I'm going to go with the third one.
Yeah, Good Morning Vietnam, baby. And
like, if you're going to use a quote from that movie, you don't have very many... you have lots of choices. You don't have any that are, like, good for like a 2-second montage.
Yeah. Well, Jim, I think we're qualified to fix up this ride because we got 13 out of 15 correct on that quiz. So we're there. Now, my updated version, and I kept thinking about, like, they were really focusing on those great movies, the Great Movie Ride. But the thing is, Disney and Universal, they're taking the great movies elsewhere. You're seeing the Toy Stories have their own land. You're seeing the Avatars get their own land. Star Wars, own land. Shrek, 4D Spectacular. So, I want to keep the same similar setup, except as you go in, you see almost like a holographic image of this tall, slender man with a mustache, who in this ride will be portrayed by Johnny Depp, as he was in real life. And he says,
okay.
"Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Edward Wood. And today today I would like to welcome you to the Great Bad Movie Ride. Many people consider bad movies a mistake, but I consider them a piece of artwork. Because because a great bad movie takes not only skill, but one hell of good luck. So today, I'd like to take you through some of the greatest bad movies of all time." And so then you turn the corner, and you're suddenly in the graveyard from, Plan 9 from Outer Space?
Plan 9 from Outer Space, yes.
So now you're in the graveyard, and you're seeing, like, the animatronics move around. And they're, like, in the reenacting scenes from it. Then you go through another one, and then you see another, like, famous bad movie. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, because I've got 5 placeholders. But I'm trying to think of other bad movies to put in there. But I'm not going to worry about it right now. So you go past... Oh, God! So, sorry. My research just fell in the ground. So I'm about to have to improv the rest of this.
There was that movie that Bill Cosby was in the 80s that was apparently pretty bad.
Yeah, that'll be the next one. So whatever that one was, the Bill Cosby space movie, then you turn a corner and then whoosh, birds swoop down, and then you see the silhouette of Alfred Hitchcock, and then he gets shot in the back of the head because you are not in the birds, you are in fucking Birdemic Shock and Terror. My personal favorite good bad movie of all time. And so you're seeing as the, like, Disney. I want you to think sub-Tiki Room level birds. These are like, they are like dangling on easily seen wires, and they're just like made of crepe paper.
They are cardboard.
So they're cardboard at this point, and there's like fake animatronics just running in a circle. Also, to keep with the theme, the animatronics, not that good either, Jim.
Mannequins.
Yeah, and so at this point in the Great Movie Ride, we're getting about halfway, and on the Great Movie Ride, this is the point where you go into either the crime alley, or you go into the frontier land, and that's where a cowboy or Muggsy takes over your car. But in this world, you start going down a familiar city, like a small town street, and you're seeing the houses, and then you look up, and then you see a woman just screaming in pain as something is just assaulting her. And at this point is when the driver gets out and he's like, "Oh no, I've got to do something. They're eating her. And then they're going to eat me. Oh my God." And then he runs up and gets eaten by a troll, because it's Troll 2, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't know who I want to throw in this cart at this point. Probably just like a direct. Ed Wood gets in. It's just like, well, if anyone can do it, it would be me. And so then you go through the next one, and then you go through a bunch of good bad movies, like the fucking Cat in the Hat, Spider-Man 3. Like, you get a montage of them. Like, it's a montage of all of the what's it called? Like, famous properties that were turned into terrible movies. So there's like a Super Mario Bros. There's a Doom. There's just every bad thing you could think of. And then finally you reach this final room as you climb up to a rooftop. And I guess maybe like an old shitty Spider-Man or something could carry you up there. And you see like an animatronic just chilling in a long chair. and the car kind of stops as Ed Wood gets... No, there's no animatronic. Ed Wood gets out, and he goes and he sits in the lawn chair for a minute as the car stops, and he's like, we're out of gas. I guess there's no way we could get off of this rooftop unless we had some kind of help. If only there was someone who could save us. And then the door on, like, the rooftop stairs flings open, and it's the driver, and he goes, I did not hit her. I did not do it. I did not. And then he throws a water bottle, then looks at all of you, and he goes, oh, hi, Mark. And then you go through a bunch of scenes from The Room, all done in beautiful animatronic, as you get off towards the end of the Great Bad Movie Ride. Coming soon to Universal Studios. So that's my update for the ride, Jim. Where are you going?
I went in a slightly different direction, but not entirely different.
Okay.
So you went with bad movies. I went with something because this is it's Disney, and they don't really do, like, movies so much anymore as they do remakes.
Oh, okay.
So really, this is the Great Remake Ride. Great in quotation marks, probably.
Yeah.
I pretty much replaced every single scene of the original with some Disney remake, some live action remake. So I was thinking of starting with Cinderella.
Okay.
I think because they have the cake of ladies, you could just put the castle there. That's fine. Yeah. Then it would go to, like, 101 Dalmatians through, like, the section where it's, like, singing in the rain.
Wait, did they remake Cinderella? Or are you just remaking
They did remake Cinderella. It was live action a few years ago, yes.
Oh, God, this makes me very sad. I forgot they did this.
Yeah, they also did 101 Dalmatians in, like, the 90s, so...
No, wait, hold on. That wasn't too bad, though.
I'm not saying it's gonna be bad. I'm just having to use all of the ones they've done, and I actually don't use all of them. But yeah. For Mary Poppins, it would be exactly the same. It would just have Lin-Manuel Miranda in it.
Yes! Let me tell I've never seen that film, but every time my YouTube will, like, every week recommend me the cover is not the book scene where Lin-Manuel Miranda decides to rap in that Cockney accent, and I watch it every fucking time.
So, for the Western / gangster section, I was trying to figure out who could, like, take over your car for a while. So... For one of them, I was thinking it would be the live-action Alice in Wonderland, and the Mad Hatter would take over your car.
That's good. I like that one.
And then for the, let's see, what do I have for the gangster side? It would be Beauty and the Beast. I think Gaston would take over your car for a while.
Oh, I like that. I like that more than the other one.
For Alien, I would replace that with the Hunchback of Notre Dame, which I think is coming soon.
Oh no! Don't tell me that.
Yeah, that's a coming soon one. I think for the Raiders of the Lost Ark, like, temple type scene that they do, I think I would have either the Mad Hatter or Gaston get, like, murdered somehow by Ursula from The Little Mermaid, whoever they decide to put in that spot.
I thought you were gonna say that it was the remake of Mulan and there's a Mushu plush and he's running up like, he's here! Mushu's here! And then he grabs it and then everyone on Twitter gets mad at him for trying to get Mushu back in the good movie.
My idea for how we get the driver back in the car is he just, like, pops up wearing a snorkel mask.
That's good. I actually really like that.
Let's see. For the Mummy's Tomb that comes after the temple, I would definitely do the Elephant Graveyard from The Lion King.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like just a normal Lion King ride, except it's a whole lot more low-key and boring.
I would transition into the Jungle Book instead of Tarzan, since that was another thing.
Obviously.
And then... The ending section where it was like the Wizard of Oz and Casablanca, I would just do, like, a longer, like, Aladdin sequence. I think.
So, like, the first room you go in, since that's kind of like the mainland, that could be old Willie Smith doing Prince Ali, but he's rapping it because what the fuck?
I thought the cave could be the first section. of that, like the
okay.
Cave of Wonders, and then you could do the parade scene like second, like somehow, and then like a whole new world sort of animatronics thing for like the big finale. But I also think because the finale of the Great Movie Ride is you go into like a little mini theater and you see clips from old movies. I would put in real and fake footage of upcoming Disney remakes.
Yeah.
So half of them would be real and half of them would not be real.
No, you know like how one man's dream essentially becomes a theater advertising their upcoming films? That's all it is. It's just an ad for the next Disney film coming out.
No,
That's a
but
remake.
I want to put in fake ones. I want to throw people off. Like, people know that, like, they're going to do Lilo and Stitch and stuff, but I just want to have, like, randomly do, like, put Pocahontas in there. Or
Danny DeVito with fucking with fucking legs and two horns stuck on his head.
They might be doing a Hercules, I think, eventually.
I don't think I'd hate it. I don't think I'd really hate it. Also, while you were doing that, I did come up with a secondary ride. Because I was thinking,
Okay.
well, what other kind of, like, movies could you do, like, a series of movies with? And that's why I want to introduce to you the Great Basketball Movie Ride. Where, like, it starts... It starts out and like white men can't jump, and so you're like in like somewhere like a seedy kind of back alley basketball court. Then you go around, and then you just hear, "There's no rule in the playbook that says the dog can't play," and then you see an animatronic dog jumping up and playing basketball, and then you hear like, "Hey, you, what you wanna do? Hey, you, what?" And then fucking Space Jam's going on, and then that's when the guy gets taken out and replaced by fucking Mr. Hackwatter or whatever his name is.
His name was Mr. What was that dude's name?
Swackhammer.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And then there, like, you could go through Like Mike. You could go through Othello, the fucking Shakespeare remake about basketball. You go through all of the most buck wild basketball films. You go through the one where they put Shaq in old age makeup. And then you get to come out at the end knowing a little bit more about basketball films and how none of them are normal.
And we can do also the, like, inner city dance movie teen romance films.
Oh, yeah.
We could do that. There's like 100 of those.
Yeah.
We could do the Great Hallmark Movie Ride. We could do that.
The Great Hallmark Christmas Movie Ride.
Yeah, a 400-minute ride. The ride, you get on it at 9 a.m. and it ends at 9 a.m. the next day.
Each scene is the fucking same. It doesn't matter. Each one, the woman
slightly different animatronics.
The woman walks out and she's like, "My name's Noelle, and I'm going to the town of Christmas Falls, and I'm gonna learn a little bit something about how to love myself and be present with other human beings." And then at the end of the ride, people are just like, "Well, maybe there is a Santa." And then you hear the jingle bells, but you never see actual Santa. Actual Santa never comes into play throughout the entire ride. Damn, there's a lot of different great movie rides you could make. The Great Werner Herzog movie ride. It's the most brutal fucking ride on the planet.
I mean, your first ride could just basically be all Yule Boll or whatever his name is.
Yeah, the Great Uwe Boll movie ride, and everyone gets a sick bag because you know they're gonna puke during it. It's gonna be really rough. So, Jim, we fixed
I'm surprised you didn't pitch the Great Goofy Movie Ride, but...
An extremely oofy movie ride. So, we've fixed Great Movie Ride roughly 50 times now. What are we gonna fix next week, Jim?
I think this is one of your, actually, I don't even know if you've ever written this. I know I have not written this. But I think what we should do is fix something that is kind of universally not liked, and that is Mission Space.
I've never ridden it because literally we went to the first time I went to Epcot, my girlfriend at the time looks at me and goes, "That ride has murdered multiple human beings." And I said, "Cool, I'm never riding it."
Only if you have like an unknown heart condition.
Yeah. She was like, "Well, it's only the orange track." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck. Orange track, green track, I'm not riding any of it." Fuck that ride. So Until we get to next week where I make Mission Space Jam, Jim, where could they find you on the
internet? Good on toast. I'm on Twitter at apparently smart, and you can check out my new YouTube channel at bit.ly/app__art. I make fun little art projects.
It's apparently art, which is,
yes.
I believe, you pitched it to me, and unbeknownst to you, I was really drunk in Atlanta as you were like...
I kind of always consider you at least somewhat intoxicated, so it's fine.
Yeah, you were like, hey man, can you help me with like branding for this? And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, what is it? And you told me it was called Apparently Art. Clearly a pun on apparently smart. And 5 minutes later I went, oh, that's what it is. That's good shit, dude. Awesome. And you can find me on Twitter at ScottyMo, SCOTTYEMO. My books on Amazon, the Queasel Trilogy, BS versus the Gods, ladies and gentlemen. Check that out, and make sure to check out all the other shows online at aloadofpurebs.com, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, remember to support the show, whether that be on Patreon, patreon.com/aloadofbs, like the Patreon saint of Opposite Attractions, Ransom Meltzer, or by picking up some op-at merch at merch.aloadofpurebs.com. We got some awesome stuff. I'm probably going to be working on a new logo for us soon because I want to update our stream, the way our stream looks, and I want to get a new logo for that. So we may have some new shirts going up there as well, ladies and gentlemen. So check that out. Check out all the older shows online at opposite-attractions.com, and remember to find Jim and me on Twitter at OpAtShow. That is spelled OPPATTSHOW. Are you down with OPP?